Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Tilo Mac coming at you with another roster review. In this roster review, we're going to take a look at Unicornlord's account. But before we get started, I just want to let you guys know if you guys want your own roster review, make sure to look down in the description. There's going to be a link for the Discord. Just under roster review in the Discord, just hit me up in there and let me know you guys want your own roster review and I'll put you on the list and I'll try to bang it out as quick as I can. I know I can get a little slow on these things, but I'm trying, y'all. Alright, let's get into this roster review. Alright, and like we always do in the beginning, we're going to take a look at your rankings first. When it comes to your ranking for Fleet Arena, I don't have to help you too much in there. I've seen in your GG account you get number 1. You have the ability to get top 5. Just continue doing that. That's where the majority of your crystals are going to be coming from, that Fleet Arena. So just continue to do that. When it comes to your character shard, it's a different story. You're sitting at 706 right now. But I've seen that you can get up to like 200s, around that 300 range right there. Just continue to try to hit as high as you can. That's definitely something that I would prioritize. And I have a feeling that we can get you to that top 100, top 50, definitely. I feel like you're really close, and that's something I would definitely strive for. You want to try to get as much free crystals as you can. And I just think you're a few characters away from really pushing that top 100. But that's pretty much it for ranks. Let's get into your characters. Alright, in first impressions, I'm just looking at the characters that you have geared up, the high relics. Definitely good characters. I like Vader, I like GG, I like Darth Revan, the Basilas, the Broods, the Fives. You got good characters geared up. One thing I will definitely say is once we start going a little bit down, lowering your rosters, there's a big fall off right here. You don't have the G12s. They're really the backbone of a roster. I would definitely consider maybe getting some of these guys G12 before I start relicking them up even further. But other than that, I'm liking what I'm seeing from your roster. It's a really clean roster, and let's see some speed now. Alright, and when it comes to your speed, I like the characters that you have fast. Let's take a look at some of their mods. Starting off with Shock T right here. You're going to see that she is sitting at 322. Wow, that's a really good speed on your Shock T. Same thing with Revan. Your Revan sitting at 320. That's always nice as well. Something I would consider is maybe your Fallen Bastila. You definitely want her to be one of your faster characters. Shock T is really nice with speed, but I would really think about maybe swapping mods with her, with Bastila. Just because Bastila, getting that corrupted battle meditation out there is a key for multiple teams. Either if you're going to put her with the EP or if you're going to put her with Darth Revan, it doesn't matter. You want her as fast as possible. Another thing would be your Thrawn. You want to bring your Thrawn up as fast as you can. We'll take a look at that when we review the Empire. And another thing that kind of surprised me is your Admiral Piet. That is crazy how fast you have him. He's a really nice character. I've seen in the Discord, you and Davo love using that guy, and really nice to see that as well. Alright, now let's get into some 501st to start it off. Your 501st, super clean. I don't have any complaints about them. We're not going to look at Ahsoka right now. We're going to look at that in Galactic Republic, but right now your 501st are fine. One thing I can recommend is definitely get gas. So actually two things. And the next one maybe be R7 on your 5s, just because when he sacrifices himself, he gives all the stats to the rest of the troopers, and that's something I would definitely consider. Maybe not right now, but in the future. But other than that, your clone troopers look pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, next up we're gonna take a look at your bounty hunters. Bounty hunters definitely need some love. This is a key team, just because this is gonna get you Chewie. This is a great team for offense and GAC and a lot of other different stuff that it can help you with, but you need these bounty hunters. I would definitely farm these up. Maybe not your number 1 priority, but definitely up there. One thing I would definitely say would be the team would be Boss, Django, Boba, and I would just go for Mandalorian and Grief. Forget the old ones, in with the new, and you got a ballin' team if you go for those guys. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at your Empire. Your Empire trio looks good. You got your Vader relic to R7, you got your Palpatine relic as well, and you got G12 on your Thrawn. Thrawn I would eventually get to G13, but you can put that down on the line. Even at G12, he does really good. Another thing I would consider is maybe putting a team around them. If you want to, I see that you are definitely already have Piet. You can put him in there with the team. You still need another character. You can put your Tarkin in there, that's fine. But if you want to play long game, maybe you go for Royal Guard. Roll that dice that they're going to give a reworked. But if you want a more solid tank, I would definitely consider Shore Trooper. Shore Trooper is a Preton. Pretons are hard to come by, and everybody needs them. Everybody wants them. So there's something I would definitely consider. You already have 4 solid characters. Just looking for that 5th to make the squad real nasty and kick real hard. But let's take a look at your mods now, starting with Vader. Alright, when it comes to Vader, there's really 3 different attributes that you really want to take a look at. First, starting out with speed. You're at 259, that's fine. Your potency definitely needs help. You want to try to get to that 100%, so you're almost like half of what it should be. So that's something I definitely would take a look at. Potency is really good. I noticed you have a speed set on them as well. If you can, I would definitely try to take that off, maybe put an offense set as well. But another thing we're going to look at is that crit chance. You saw it right there. You're maybe about 10% away from having a really nasty Vader. But other than that, potency would be my first concern. I would definitely try to get that up. But just work on that. You already have the gears on Vader R7. He's nice. Next up I want to take a look at would be your Thrawn. When it comes to Thrawn, it's just about speed. You just want to check out as much speed as you can, and your speed right here is a little bit lacking. You want to try to get him as close to 300 as you can, because if you can get him at 300, you could throw him pretty much on any team. He's a great counter to a lot of things, including the GLs, but you need speed on him, so that's something I would definitely focus on as well. Just to beef up your roster. But other than that, your Empire looks really good. Just try to get that 5th character, try to fix those mods, and you're ready to go. Next up, we got this First Order. When it comes to the First Order, you have a little bit of gear on them, but you're missing some too. I would definitely put this on the back burner for right now. Not a team that I would prioritize, but it is a good team. Definitely get your Sith Trooper up and your Hux, and that's a pretty nasty squad, especially when you have Crew, OG Kylo, Executioner, even Officer is really nice in there as well. But I would definitely put this on the burner. Alright, right here we're going to look at your Galactic Republic. This is something that you wanted me to take a look at, especially when it comes to the team around Padme. When it comes to Padme, I would definitely have the big 4. You have Padme, the lead, with GK, Jedi Knight Anakin, and Ahsoka. From there, your 5th spot remains a little bit open. You can either go with C-3PO, which is my preferred 5th on that team. You can even go Shock T, which is really nice on the team as well, or R2-D2, which is nice as well, especially with that Zeta number crunch. You put that Zeta on there, he's giving them even more health, more offense, so that's always a plus. You can also go Yoda. I know that you don't have Jedi Knight Revan right now, so Yoda is a very good viable option, especially when you make him speedy. Put him on the team, he can counter a lot of different stuff. But that's something I would definitely do when it comes to gearing. Gear up the big 3 first, or the big 4 first, and then you can kind of pick your 5th. The 5th right now I would definitely say gear up with, I would say, Yoda. Just because when you do get your Jedi Knight Revan, you're going to want him geared up anyways. Yoda's really nice. Another one would be R2 for your situation. Put that number crunch Zeta on him, and then you just buff their health, buff their offense even more. When you get gas, you can even put your Shock T, she's already relicked, put them in the squad, and that's going to help as well. And when you have to move Yoda as well to Revan, but you got options, so it's definitely a nice squad. And talking about C-3PO, let's take a look at your Ewoks, see how you're going along with that. You definitely need some stars on them and some gear. What I definitely would recommend is whenever you see Logray in that shop where he's available, pick him up, because he's a hard character to get. He's not always in there, but he's a really good 5th on that team. And also I would definitely put the Zeta on Chirpa when it comes time for you to do that event. Before that, don't even sweat it, but right when you're about to do the event, slap it on. It makes the event so much easier. And just check out some guides too. There's a lot of guides out there, and I know it's a little bit harder of an event because you don't want to invest so much gear into these people. Maybe G11, G10, even G9, just depending on your situation. But I would definitely try to keep it on the lower gear side, because you're not going to use these all the time. They're more of a on the bench offense team that you can clean up some stuff with. Alright, next up we're going to take a look at your Geos. Your Geos are really good. I would say I'm a little jealous of your Geos. Your Geos, you got Brood and you got Spy geared up to gear 13 and Relict. That's always nice. I wouldn't really put more relics on them right now. I would focus on getting your other teams geared up. because this team probably does enough work, especially at 2.8 GP, where this is going to be a real defensive monster, and especially in your divisions. Alright, and next up we're going to take a look at your Jedi right here. The one thing I would definitely say about your Jedi is get Jolee up. Jolee is a monster, especially in any Jedi squad. You're able to res him. You want to get him to at least G12, but I would definitely recommend him for relics. Same thing with GK. GK is an awesome tank. Doesn't even have to be on a Jedi team. He's a really good tank. Get him to at least G12. Same thing with your Jedi Knight Anakin. I know we talked about this in the Galactic Republic with GK and Anakin, but get those guys up. Bastila would also be on my list. Her leadership, as well as her in a supporting role under Jedi Knight Revan, is awesome. Next up, we got this Night Sister squad. Your Night Sisters aren't really developed yet. I would definitely put them on the back burner just because you have other stuff that I would prioritize, like getting Jedi Knight Revan, your Padme, but even your bounty hunters over them. But this is something I would definitely put on the back burner, but eventually come back to. This is the main focus that I would definitely do. Get your Jedi Knight Revan. You want to get these guys started up. You don't need invest a lot of gear on them, except for the ones that you're going to use, like Jolee, Bastila. You already have a G11 Jolee. I wouldn't touch her even anymore. I would get Zalbar up as well, even to G12 if you wanted to. He's a really good tank. You can put him on a lot of different teams, including Newt. Mission is nice too. She's a really good damage dealer, and you pair her up with Zalbar. Really dynamic duo right there. But this is something I would definitely focus on. Get your Revan up. Your Revan's going to be key for helping you to use another offensive team in your GACs, and also help you to get Malik. And Malik is going to be really essential for your arena squad, because you have Darth Revan right now, but Malik is that missing link that you need to really push your ranking up there. Next up, we got your Rebels. And when it comes to the Rebels, I know this is something that you wanted me to take a look at. What would be the optimal team? You don't have Chewie, and I don't know when you'll get Chewie, so I would definitely say this is not a team that I would work on right now and getting that team ready. I'd rather focus on getting that Jedi Knight Revan, even your Galactic Republic before this. But when you do get that team, you're going to want that trio with CLS, Han, and Chewie. And after that, you can switch up the two guys you have left. I can see that you already have gear on your Old Ben. Old Ben's an awesome tank. You can use them in a lot of different counters, especially with those counters that are eventually going to go against those SLKRs. You can use them in those. R2 is another nice option. He gives them a lot of boost into their health, protection, and even their offense. Also, I would consider, maybe if you want a budget squad character, I would definitely consider getting Chupio. Chupio is really nice, even at a gear 8, even a gear 11 if you wanted to invest that high, because he shares stats almost like an R2, but he shares them to himself with the leader. So once you gear up your CLS, Chupio starts hitting a lot harder. He pretty much assists on everything. He's able to put blind, a massive AoE blind. He's a really great character, and you can have him at a budget gear level at gear 8 and still be an impact character. Alright, next up is your Resistance. For your Resistance, I can see that they're not starred up, they're not geared up. You don't have JTR. I would not prioritize them at all. I would put them maybe at the bottom of the list for right now, and really just focus on something else better. Next up, we got your Scoundrels. Right here, I'm just looking at your nest. When it comes to your nest is only at 4 stars right now. I would definitely finish her, start up, and get her G12. She's an awesome character, and especially at 2.8, she can solo a lot of different things. And also make sure you put tenacity on her and slow. Alright, right here we got your Separatists. Your Separatists look really good. You got a R7 GG. What I would say, and I suggest to you, would get yourself B1 to relic levels when you do get a chance. Obviously, you want to focus Jedi Revan, and I would say Galactic Republic first, but get your B1 to relic level. Same thing with B2. Get him to G12 at least, because that's really key characters right there, especially if they're going to use their Jedi Knight Revans to counter this. You want your B2 to be as tanky as possible, because he can just strip all the buffs. Magma as well, you want to get him to at least G12. I have mine at relic. It's a really good character, especially when you put defensive mods on Magma. It can really tank a lot and really be a problem for your other team. Other than that, everything looks good with your Geos. Your Dooku looks fine. Your Newt, eventually get him to G12. It's a really good character, especially on D. Droideka, maybe to G12 as well. You want them to do that damage. I wouldn't invest too heavily into Droideka, into that relic levels, just because that 5th spot on that GG team is always fluctuating depending on what you have in your roster. But really nice right here. Your separatists look really good. Continue the good work. Next up, we're going to take a look at your Sith, and right here we're only going to really look at the Sith Triumphant. We're not going to look at just Sith Empire or just your Empire Sith like Palpatine Vader. I want to take a look at Traya, Sion, and Nihilus, and all of them look perfectly fine. You got, relics on all of them. The only thing I would definitely take a look at, which I'm going to look at right here, is your mods. Mods are very important on them, especially when it comes to who you're countering. Sion's very important. When I'm looking at his mods right here, I can see that you have health on them. I would change that to defense. Defense is going to be really nice, especially if you're going to use them against Geos or anything pretty much. Defense is nice on these characters. Same thing with Traya. Traya needs defense as well. Defense is going to help them to basically tank in as much damage as you can, and when they're assisting on you, you're able to murk them out. Sion's a different story. You want to speed on him as fast as you can, because Sion, as faster you go, the more annihilates you can go, and especially with Traya's isolate, you can reduce his cooldowns. He reduces his cooldowns as well. He's an awesome character, but you definitely need to make sure you have speed on him. But other than that, your Sith Triumphant look awesome, and I would definitely just change those defensive mods and make sure Sion gets a speed set. Alright, now we're going to take a look at your Sith Empire Sith. The one glaring thing is you don't have Malik. You need Jedi Knight Revan so you can get Malik. Malik's going to be a really key, and he's going to be able to help really boost up your rankings even higher, get you as much crystals as you can, and that's going to help you with all your farms. But looking at the characters you do have, when you get Malik, you're going to have a nice team, but you're only going to have 4. So that leaves you at a spot where, are you going to go for Sith Trooper or are you going to go for Marauder? For you personally, I would definitely go for Sith Trooper if you wanted to finish off this team. That pre-taunt is always nice, and if you're not going to use them in the squad, you have other squads that can use him as well, and he can be a really big asset. Marauder is really nice as well, but you do have HK. HK is a big damage dealer, not as much as Marauder, but you can get away with not having him and having Sith Trooper instead. But definitely have either one of those. My recommendation would be Sith Trooper, just because you can just put them on other squads if you're not going to use them there. Alright, Unicornlord, that's going to do it for your roster review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, just hit me up in the Discord. I'll make sure to hit you back up in there. I'm always in there, same as you. If you just want to talk about your roster, hit me up. I'm more than down to do that as well. If you guys want your own roster review, make sure to join the Discord. Link is going to be down in the description. Go under roster review and just let me know. I'll put you on the list, and we got a little wait right now, but I'm hoping to bang a couple of these out a week and do as much as I can for you guys. But if you guys do like the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, sub to the channel, comment down below if you guys want to talk about his roster or anything pretty much. I'll hit you back up in there, and join the Discord. We got a lot of fun things going on in there. We do have a tournament going on in there with GAC. It's a lot of fun right now, just pretty much exclusive to the Discord, and make sure you join up as fast as you can. It's really fun in there. But I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.